Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we break down those confusing financial documents so you don't have to. Today we are looking at Venus Concept Incorporated, and let me tell you there is some interesting news in this report that might just make you blink twice. So this is a Form 8K filing, a current report that companies use to announce major events that shareholders should know about. Think of it as a company's immediate update to the public. The earliest event reported here happened on the 10th of November 2025. This is for a company called Venus Concept Incorporated. They're involved in the health and beauty sector, specifically with medical devices for aesthetic treatments. Their common stock is traded on the Nasdaq Capital Market under the ticker symbol VERO, Item 2.02 Results of Operations and Financial Condition. So first up, we have some information about their financial results for the third quarter and the first 9 months of 2025, which ended on the 30th of September. They issued a press release about this on the 13th of November. The details of that press release are attached as an exhibit. Now, importantly, this information isn't considered officially filed in a way that makes them liable under certain sections of the Exchange Act unless they specifically say it is. It's more of a heads up about their performance. Then we get to a really significant piece of news from the 10th of November. The company announced they received 510 clearance from the US Food and Drug Administration. What does that mean? It means the FDA has reviewed their new multi-application platform for non-invasive body and skin treatments called the Venus Nova and has given them the green light to market it in the United States. This is huge because it opens up a whole new product line for them. A copy of the press release detailing this FDA clearance is also attached. Cautionary statement regarding forward-looking statements now. Like most companies, they include a bunch of forward-looking statements. These are basically statements about what they expect to happen in the future. They use words like anticipates, believes, and expects. They are talking about things like the success of Venus Nova and their R&D strategy, their financial performance and growth the demand for their products, and how effective their new and existing systems are. They also mention exploring strategic alternatives to maximize shareholder value, which often means they are looking at options like selling the company or mergers. And importantly, they are talking about continuing their turnaround plans, which include restructuring debt and getting new financing. The company is warning that these future predictions are based on current expectations and involve known and unknown risks and uncertainties. So while they are optimistic these things might not happen exactly as planned, they urge us to carefully consider all the risks mentioned in their other filings. They also state they do not intend to publicly update these forward-looking statements unless the law requires it. And finally, we see a list of the exhibits attached to this filing. We have the press release from the 13th of November about their financial results as Exhibit 99.1 and the press release from the 10th of November about the FDA clearance as Exhibit 99.2. They also have the standard cover page interactive data file. The report is signed by Domenic Della Penna, who holds the title of Chief Financial Officer on the 13th of November 2025. So what is the story here? It appears Venus Concept Incorporated is in a period of strategic transition. On one hand, they are dealing with financial performance issues that necessitate turnaround plans, debt restructuring, and new financing. This gives us a hint that things might not be booming financially right now. However, on the other hand, they have just received a critical FDA clearance for a new product, the Venus Nova. This is great news and represents a potential significant growth driver for the company moving forward. They are also actively exploring ways to maximize shareholder value, which could lead to major changes for the company. My take on this filing is that Venus Concept is at a crossroads. The FDA clearance for Venus Nova is a significant positive development and shows innovation and regulatory success. This could be a game changer if the product gains market traction. The mention of turnaround plans and exploration of strategic alternatives, however, signals that the company is facing financial headwinds. Investors should be cautiously optimistic, focusing on how well the company can execute its new product launch, while simultaneously navigating its financial challenges. The key will be to see if the new product revenue can offset any existing difficulties, and if their turnaround strategy proves successful. Alright, that is our breakdown of Venus Concept Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.